At this time, we have University of Florida on the dais from Florida. We have head coach, Coach Walton, student athletes, Amanda Lorenz, Alicia Ocasio, and Chelsea Herndon. Coach, general comments about the game, and then we're going to open up for questions.
Yeah, first, congratulations to Oklahoma on that national championship. Just a hard-fought 2 games. Wish we could have pushed it to a third and, give us a chance. But I thought overall our players, really proud of our team. I thought they came out again really good, really well. I thought we came in this morning, and I thought we really did everything we needed to do to prepare to get ready for tonight's game. I thought we took care of ourselves and took care of each other. But overall, just proud of our effort. Congratulations to Coach Gasso on another national championship, and to the University of Oklahoma. Just thanks to the NCAA, ESPN, All Sports, University of Oklahoma hosting this tournament. It's a great event. Just an awesome event when you get that many people in there cheering, and the crowd. I mean, I thought the crowd was great, and I give a lot of credit to the OU fans for being very respectful. They were cheering and chanting and doing their cheers, and nothing was ever any negative tone towards us. They were just cheering the heck out of their team, and I give them a lot of respect for competing the right way with a lot of class. So congratulations.
All right, go over for a question. James.
James Hale, Sports Talk, 14 Under the Ref. Tim, your team fights so hard, and they're never out of a game. They're always, even at the last at-bat, they've got a chance. So as Patty's throwing all that pitching at you, changing pitching, and all that dynamic there, what are you thinking as you just – because your team is so tough, are you thinking we just got to hang in here and get that last at-bat?
Yeah, I had an in-game interview, and, I mentioned to Holly, we got to find a way to get another run up there before we could get, Paige Lowry coming in at the end, who knew what she's going to be able to do. And so overall, I thought we were prepared. We tried to do everything we could to get that runner at second base. I think with one out, in the 6th, and we had a chance. But I'm proud. I can't tell you, again, I know my players. We questioned their toughness breaking camp for the fall, and they all took notice, and they worked hard, and they put in the extra effort. They did all the things that they needed to do. We have a lot of kids that have really put in above and beyond what we ask of them, because they all have high expectations for being great. So our coaching staff works really hard, but again, I think to get to this point, it takes a special group of players that really has a drive for their own, not perfection, but greatness. So I give not only these 3, but the rest of our team, the other 15 women, just a tip of my cap for how hard they work and just how much they really appreciate each other.
Mike?
Coach, kind of a two-parter. You guys, I don't think you lost the game when you scored 3 runs or more, playing in the best conference, really historically the best conference ever. What changes at the World Series? And then 2, can you explain why you went with, the pitchers? You know their arms and their strengths better than us. If you could just talk about the rotation also.
Yeah, I told Roach I was hoping we can get through one time through the lineup, just to change the look from what they're getting before we brought in the Delaney, and then before we came back with Kelly. So it was more about matchups. They get the home run early, get a couple nice little infield hits to go along with that late. But I just felt like it was a good opportunity for us to try to piece together this game and stretch it out as long as we could. Other than really 2 bad pitches, I thought we pitched pretty well, played good defense, hit the ball well. But it just wasn't our tournament. You look at the statistics; it's eerie how close the games were statistically. So I think that you got 2 even matched teams. One just found a way to hit the ball over the fence more than we did, and give them a lot of credit.
Coach, to follow up on that, I know that this has been a great sight for the game, but when the games are this close, can the crowd make a difference? The momentum, the noise? You look at home win-loss records for teams, that does seem to make a difference in some places.
Yeah, I would assume that the crowd had a little bit to do with, especially the last 3 at-bats maybe. The crowd was in it. But, it's hard for me to make an excuse that, Oklahoma had more fans than we had, and that's why they won. That would be taking a lot away from what they really did and accomplished. But I think there's a little bit to that. But I thought our players really stepped up and rose to the challenge. And, so I'm not gonna make that excuse today. I give them credit for finding a way to get more base runners on base and get the hits when they needed it.
Graham.
Tim, what made you question that toughness coming out of camp in the fall, and what did you need to see from them?
Yeah,
that you did.
I think the main thing is really, we lean heavily on our strength and conditioning staff, and we've got we've got certain things that we want them to be able to measure up and hit on, and it's just being able to withstand, the pressure that we put on them in the mornings, sometimes before 6 o'clock in the morning. It's not a toughness thing. It's just about mind over what you have to do. It's I think a lot of our players dreaded the workouts more than they actually dreaded them when they were working out, and so it's a mental toughness thing. You're going to have to be able to be at your best when your body's dying, and that'll never change. In conditioning our athletes, you want them to be mentally tough. To be mentally tough, they're going to have to push their bodies a little bit harder, and so that was it. I mean, it's again, that's not personal. That's just about, that's just what it takes to be a national champion. It's what it takes to be a College World Series participant. That's what it takes to be a Florida Gator. You're going to have to push yourself really hard, and then the push comes from your teammates. You're going to have to push your teammates hard and learn how to use constructive criticism at 6 o'clock in the morning and learn how to get over, those hard runs. And I thought, again, we questioned it breaking camp. They came back in good shape from Christmas break and really pushed and pushed and pushed. Other than a couple, early injuries in January, I thought they really answered. They really understood that it was going to take a little bit more, and I think that came down from our upperclassmen. It came down from our leaders. I thought that the leadership was very positive, and you see kids out there doing more. I think that was the difference, is that we've had players that were really good, and what they were doing wasn't good enough to get them to this point, and they all bought in. And like I said, nobody questioned it later on. They really fought hard.
Yes, for the players, your coach says any season that ends in Oklahoma City is a tremendous success. You guys made it to the championship series. Can you take solace in that right now, or is that going to take some time? If Amanda, you can answer, and I'd like all three answers, please.
Yeah, definitely. It feels better to end our season here instead of Gainesville like last year. Just really proud of the fight that we've shown and the growth that we've shown. Like Coach said, I was like the same. I didn't really know what our identity was coming in the fall, and we just grew every single day. And every single day someone stepped up, and this team was so special because everybody contributed at any time, and everybody had the mindset that if they were put into the game, they were going to get something done for their teammates. So just excited about the growth that we had, and proud that we ended our season here for sure. Wish we came out on top, but happens.
Alicia.
I completely agree with Amanda. It's an honor to be here and blessed to have been here at Battle with other girls on my team. We came up short-handed. They played a great game. We had hard fight both games, and we just didn't come out on top. And we're going to come back next year with a hard fight as well.
Chelsea.
I agree with the other two. Anytime you end your season in OKC, it's a great season. It's an honor, to be one of the last two teams playing in the nation. You are the softball to watch, and it's pretty awesome. This team was amazing.
Are there any other questions?
Alicia, coming into the game? You haven't pitched really. You haven't started a game, I guess, since April 30th. So, how are you lined up for that, kind of mentally?
Well, first off, coming in and pitching, you always want to give your team a chance, no matter the situation. And, Delaney and Kelly have been amazing all season with the stats they have. It's really incredible. But, Coach fetched the idea to me that I might possibly be pitching, and I was just trying to mentally prepare myself for today's game and just give my team a chance and try to keep runs off the board. They got one early, but that didn't phase us at all. We still fought, but they came out on top, like I said before.
Just to follow up with the question earlier, Coach, again, the pitching has been so phenomenal and overwhelming all season. Is there just that much film? Does this environment change things? I heard the commentators speculating that the air was heavier in Gainesville. I mean, what do we make of all the runs going from a 0.66 to the explosion we saw from both teams?
I don't really even know how to answer that. I don't listen to commentators or anybody else because they're not with our team enough to really know what's going on. We struck out 26 batters last night. pretty heavy air, I guess.
All right, are there any other questions? If not, Coach, ladies, thank you.
Do you need a softball bat? Do you want to save $30? SoftballJunk.com is offering an additional $30 discount off the price of all non-sale softball bats on their website. That's right, $30. So the next time you buy a bat, go to SoftballJunk.com and enter the code FPTV30 during checkout. And wham! You just put a cool $30 in your pocket. This show is a member of the Fastpitch TV network. See all of our shows and blogs at www.fastpitch.tv